I came to Atlanta in the first place because I had 4 concussions in my lifetime, and I was seeing a neurologist in Emory, and it just compounded all the chronic pain that I had for years, most of my life actually. And so because I also was trying to go to India in 2012, I didn't know my past history, childhood, so I went and got a polio vaccine and therefore came down with the symptoms of it, which I am praying against. Nonetheless, it is an issue. It manifests with a lot of joint pain, ALS, multiple sclerosis. I was paralyzed for 6 months. So it's been really treacherous to get up every morning and have a new pain. Hence, I have to go to the gym in order to work out and make sure that I don't atrophy and become crippled in the bed. So I walk in, and the Lord has really been doing a great work for 2021 in my heart on getting back to like just the boldness that I used to have. And so I used to pray for people in wheelchairs every time I saw them. Stop. Good boy. And like 13 people I prayed for, and they've had movement in their legs, and these are people paralyzed from the waist down, neck down. So there's this man in the gym, and I go over and I'm just like, hey, why are you in this wheelchair? Do you want some prayer? He goes, well, I'm a Jew. And I'm like, okay, cool. Jesus was Jewish. I'm like, not a big deal. We can handle it. And he's like, why would you want to pray for me? And I'm like, because I've got chronic pain. I know what it's like. And you just told me that your spinal cord injury causes great problem in your muscles and joints. He's like, you know how I feel? And I'm like, well, I can imagine. I would be there if I didn't just pray my butt off. I'm like, and so I'm willing if you're willing. And he's like, you're gonna pray for a Jew, huh? And I'm like, I'll pray for a Jew. I think it's okay. Jesus was Jewish, who knows? You might become Messianic one day. So he's from New York, his name is Ron. And I was like, Ron, you're giving me some excitement here. And I just laid my hands on his back, and I prayed for him, and he's like, nobody's ever done that for me before. And I'm like, yes, awesome. Like, this is the first for both of us because I'm coming back to my old self. And I proceed to do my workout. I'm not exaggerating. I was able to do things that I wasn't able to do before. Okay, that's a testimony, because literally I make sure that I stay away from the ab area because it doesn't do anything anyway, but I had extreme strength to do so when I was able to suspend my legs longer than I've ever had been able to before. And as I'm doing my sit-ups, I literally heard the Lord say, I'm strengthening you from within. I never left you. I've never left your bedside. I've never left you the times where you're crying out to me and mourning and suffering and pain, and I'll be with you always. And I was just like in tears, because my praying for this guy brought me the strength and healing that I needed, because I guarantee you it was first and foremost healing of my brain, because psychosomatic issues in the brain are essentially what coming to Atlanta led me into, because I got certified with IFS. And IFS is the modality of psychotherapy that heals brain trauma, which is what I've suffered, and complex trauma survivors I work with. They all have these mysterious ailments. We all have ailments that are very much related to painful memories and trauma of the past. And I know that the Lord I know he told me to go and get certified in it, and now it's coming back full circle. It's like the new spring in my step to be able to go forth wherever I go and be my original self, in essence, who I'm meant to be. So I think I covered it all, but I am just and had to share. That's it.